All right, I'm waiting for Mike.
Okay, here I am.
All right, so I'm Jeff Jensen.
And I am Mike DeSimone, and we are the World Wine Guys. And today we are drinking Rosé wine. Oh,
Co-brand. Yeah, I just missed the co-brand starting. I'm
Okay.
working with our
Why
monitor.
don't you
here.
talk a little bit, and I will,
All right.
and I'll set the monitor up.
So
How does
today
that
we're going
sound?
to talk about rosé, and I hope you really appreciate the set that we borrowed from a neighbor, a very nice beach picture, because today is May 2nd, and in New York City we finally have something over 70 degrees. So I don't know where you are, if you're in Chicago or Florida or California. I hope your day is beautiful, because May, in my opinion, is the time we start drinking rosé.
You know, I actually am there's that hashtag Rosé all day.
Right.
I'm a Rosé all year kind of guy. And
Yeah,
one of the
that's true.
reasons for that is that, Rosé wine is in general made from red grapes. And it is
That's right.
given a press and then left on the skins for a bit, just enough to impart color and some body
Right.
as well. And so white wines might not have the full mouth feel, unless they're made with skin contact, but a white wine might not have the full mouth feel that a rosé wine does. And that's kind of like one of the things I like about rosé.
Right.
They can
It
be
feels good in the
right.
mouth.
They can be very refreshing and have those like great citrus and light berry flavors the way a white wine might. But you also get more full mouth feel in them. So it's kind of falls between a white and a red,
So,
which is what pink
well,
wines do.
pink wine. So, as one of our good friends, Johnny, says, less talky, more drinky.
Okay, would you
so
like a
let's
glass
pick
of
up
wine?
the first glass.
Okay,
All right.
so what we have here is the Caposaldo Rosé, which is Italian, and cheers
Cheers.
to you, and
Cheers, everybody.
cheers to all of you
Cheers.
watching. We don't have a monitor here, so if you're making comments or saying hi,
Yeah.
we're not going to see it right now, but
But we're going to say hi back.
thanks
So
for
hi.
following along. So, hey,
Cheers.
everybody, cheers.
Or salud. Oh, that's really nice. All the things that Mike said about full body are true with the Caposaldo. So the Caposaldo is from the Veneto, as you know. And what grape is this, Mike?
You know, it's Corvina, and Corvina is the main grape that is in the Amarone wines.
Wait a second. You're Italian.
Oh,
Can you say...
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Amarone.
Amarone.
Perfect.
So Corvina is the grape that it's the main grape, like 50 to I think 89%
Right.
of the grape used in an Amarone has to be Corvina. So this is actually that grape. It's from the Veneto, so the northeast of Italy.
Above Venice.
Yeah, around Venice, exactly.
And we know a lot about red grapes because we wrote a book called Red Wine. But speaking of books, today the reason we have our Fire Island cookbook here is because it's summertime, first of all. May.
Well, it is still spring.
I'm hoping it to be summer.
Technically. I'm in charge of details.
But this is a summer cookbook, and in this book we have a lot of rosé pairings with our dishes and our recipes. So a lot of these wines are actually in our book. So that's why we're comfortable sitting here talking about these wonderful wines. We've known these wines for years. We've paired food with them. And I'm actually enjoying drinking it, so I'm going to have another sip.
All right,
now,
hey,
so
cheers.
Cheers.
Here's to a sunny day and a sip of rosé. I rhymed that. That's a good Instagram
I like
caption,
that.
actually.
Okay.
So then, of course...
So should we talk about the next wine, or are you just
Talk
going to
about,
keep
no,
talking?
let's talk about the next wine, exactly. So the next wine that we have here, when people think about rosé, a lot of the rosés that people drink around the world are from France, and especially the south of France in Provence. This wine here is Aix, which is named for the city of Aix in Provence, which is not that far from where it's made.
It's a beautiful city. When we all get to travel again, we definitely have to get back to Aix. Aix-en-Provence is just a beautiful village, gorgeous views, gorgeous architecture, and Aix-en-Provence is kind of like the center of great rosé wine. So we really enjoy this wine too.
Yeah, this is a blend of your typical red Rhone grapes. You've got Grenache, Syrah, and Cinsault in there. And again, and if you look at these, we stacked these in the French in
Yep.
color order. So in general, you can kind of get a feel if you like something that's kind of that light, refreshing, maybe in line with what you think of as having the body profile of a white wine. You'll go for a lighter wine like this, and they do get heavier in body as you go darker in color.
Let me just put it this way: if anybody out there, and I'm so sorry my phone's not picking up today, but if anybody out there has a yacht, I will bring the wine for sure. So please feel free to comment, say I have a yacht. It's parked in.
Does a pontoon boat on the Shrewsbury River in New Jersey count? Or you will?
Yeah.
Or you'll only bring Rosé to a yacht?
No, I'll go on the pontoon boat.
Okay.
In the Shrewsbury River.
Okay, just checking.
Just to get out of the house.
Hate a Jersey.
Would be good. All right, so let's talk about the next wine, and we poured some of this to drink. So this is the Maison Salaya Rosé. And Salaya is the flower market in Nice. It's a beautiful flower market. This is from the Côte de Provence, so also from Provence, but this is appellation origin protégée, Côte de Provence. So cheers.
All right. Cheers.
Santé.
And cheers.
Cheers
Santé
to you.
to everyone.
Speaking of which, whenever you, oh, that's really nice.
Very nice, yeah.
Whenever you toast somebody, you're generally saying to health, you know, in Italian, in Spanish, in French. So we're toasting to your health, and these are difficult times, and we know how difficult they are for all of us, but we hope that you, your family and friends are safe and healthy and enjoying the time you're spending together. So,
and speaking of health, let's also toast to all the healthcare workers,
all the healthcare
and the
workers.
frontline workers, and everyone out there who is helping the people who are not doing as well as we are.
A
at this
big
moment.
cheers to you guys.
Cheers to the healthcare workers.
Cheers.
And cheers to everyone's health.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers to you.
Ready to drink without toasting. Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah, it's got that. Again, this is Grenache and Senso, and it's very refreshing. It's got citrus, but one of the things that I like about wine made from these grapes is that you also kind of get that Mediterranean herb, that thyme, almost an herb de Provence, like a kind of thyme and lavender.
A little bit of rosemary.
Yeah,
for
a little
me
bit
too.
of rosemary on the finish as
Kind
well.
of savory. So let's talk about the last wine, because we like to keep these pretty tight for you all, because we have a whole generation of attention span.
And we also know it's rolling on time for your happy hour.
It's time for your happy hour. So hopefully you'll open up one of these wines and drink with us. So go ahead, let's talk about the next one.
Okay, so the next one is the Prieuré de Montezag.
Montezag.
Tavel, which is actually owned by the Rhone Valley famed winery, Chateau de Nerth. So this is from the...
Chateau Laner.
I'm sorry, Chateau La Nerth. I apologize.
He was speaking Spanish.
So this
for a
is
second.
from I know I do that all the time. So this is from AOC Tavel,
Right. Which is a beautiful region.
Origine contrôlée.
Tavels tend to, in my opinion, have a little bit more color, a little bit more skin contact. So as we said, we have the three French ones. Three French ones lined up in lighter, medium, and darker color. This one is Grenache and Syrah mostly. There are a couple other grapes in there as well. But what you find with Tavels are that they're very floral, very fruity, very nice to drink. And all of these wines go great with food or on their own as an aperitif.
Yeah, they're terrific with seafood,
yeah,
with shrimp, with salads.
I'd even go with like meat or veal or something like with this, you know, because it can stand up to it.
No, I paired that one with a yacht.
This one with a yacht. So again, we're going to finish up, but if anybody has a yacht out there, please write us. I'm desperate to get out of New York City. I will jump on the Staten Island ferry and meet you if we need to.
Can you drink on the Staten Island ferry?
I think you can. I think they sell
but
beer.
you have to put your pretty bottle in a brown paper bag. I'm sure.
There are certain
we
things
don't want to do
I
that.
won't do. So anyway, I'm Jeff Jensen.
I'm Mike DeSimone. We're the World Wine Guys, and we hope you've enjoyed catching up with us and drinking rosé. Cheers.